Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Ready to Roll, Embers Beneath the Mountains, Episode 4. We're all excited to be here and be back. And with that, Luke, you want to give us what recap what happened last time?
Yes, I will. Thank you, Patrick. So, last time on Ready to Roll, the gang went and explored the castle Kamevrov. And it started with Drith and Artyom exploring a well, and they found a mysterious ring that looked suspiciously like a wedding band because it was a wedding band. Then they all followed some bloody trails up to the top level of the castle where they encountered a banshee who quickly started wailing on them. Anya disguised herself as the banshee's son and talked with her, while everyone else attacked her. Meanwhile, Ruth was frightened, so he turned into a deer and fled down the stairs. After being defeated, the banshee calmed down and revealed that she was longing for her son who had been taken away from her. Anya stayed with her while everyone else continued to explore the castle. There, they discovered lots of food supplies, pillaged some treasure rooms, and they found the diary of a girl who had been held captive for over 10 years in the castle. And also, Drith found a stick that to him represented all that was good about the world of art. They left the castle and decided to camp outside the walls, trying to find who keeps leaving money for the gatekeeper of the abandoned castle. That night, while everyone else was asleep, Artyom went into the mist and encountered the spirit of the girl who had been held captive at the castle.
Yep, that's where we left off. With that, let's get ready to roll. So, Artyom, you are face to face with this spirit girl. You had reached out your last when we left off. You had reached out your hand to take her hand. As you are about to touch her, she vanishes.
Anticlimactic. Okay. Can you make a check to see if I can still feel her otherworldly presence?
Do you have a check in mind?
No, that's your job.
Well, I mean, yes, but I'm curious what type of check you had in mind.
Well, I would contend that it's a perception check because...
We lost Mike.
Of course we lost Mike. I would contend that it's a perception check, because I'm still relying on... I may not be relying on my 5 physical senses. I'm relying on my senses that I have developed as a priest in dealing with the undead, especially as a life cleric.
I'll allow it. Yeah, give me a perception check. Oh, by the way, Artyom, Corvette, and Drith, you still have inspiration, by the way.
I got a 16.
16. No, you don't really. Her presence is gone from this area, this immediate area. You have no clue. I mean, your guess is that your best guess is that because she probably doesn't fully recognize she's dead, and so trying to interact with the real world probably utilized more energy than she had, and so her spirit has temporarily reverted back to the ethereal plane. And so she's not present currently on the material plane.
Okay. Let me look through my spells very quickly.
And just so I remember, everyone else is asleep except for me, right? And Artyom just left me by the fire keeping watch.
Yeah, I wandered out. I was just like, see,
Yeah.
I'll show you. I'll be back.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember that.
Then
I
you
had
just
forgotten
left.
that. Yeah, so you had
Yeah.
Jelania is still. Yeah, Jelania is awake, or Anya.
Also, I don't think there was no fire because we're trying to catch the person.
Yeah, you didn't have a
It's cold
fire.
out.
That's
so.
right.
Sorry, you're in the cold there with no light or heat.
It's
Sorry to
okay.
leave you.
I can
out
see in the
the
dark.
cold.
Okay. Well, I'm going to pray to I don't remember the name of the saint that is in charge of the life domain.
Saint Edita.
Yeah. And I'm going to ask. Well, my page just scrolled down and I got confused. I'm going to ask for guidance and help in finding the spirit as well as understanding as to how to bring her home, convince her she's dead without turning her into another banshee.
Okay. All right, give me 1 second. All right. So as you're saying your prayer, you you feel a presence appear behind you, and a voice
I don't like
says, "I'm offended. You're gonna pray to Eddie when I'm your guardian. You're praying to Eddie."
Well, you're sometimes hard to get a hold of.
I'm not hard to get a hold of.
I know who's in charge of you.
No.
You're sometimes hard to get a hold of.
Look. Sorry. I'm your guardian. I'm your guardian angel, to put it lightly. So I'm the one who's coming to help you.
Well, doesn't that mean my prayer was answered?
Yes, but you don't have to ask Eddie for help. You can ask me.
Old habits die hard, all right?
Yeah, except I've been with you since you were a child.
Okay. Old habits die hard, all right?
Anyway, what is this thing that you need help with?
Oh, so you haven't been paying any attention, but you want me to ask you for help?
I'm not a big fan, but there's protocol, okay?
Well, did you see why I said the prayer that way that I did? Protocol. Anyway, we're looking for this. Just quick, remind me what the name is, Dungeon Master.
Vivislava?
Vivislava. We're looking for. I found her. I just found her ghost, but she has since disappeared. As I offered to bring her home, which is what the Domovoy asked me to do in the inn, so that way we can get the Domovoy's help to clear whatever weird curses over this land. However, as a life cleric and not a necromancer, I'm not very good at keeping the dead here. I'm more good at preventing the dead from being dead.
Right. Well. Sorry, give me a second. Well, okay. There isn't a lot that I can do to help you with that necessarily. But what I can tell you is that she's still around somewhere. You just gotta keep looking for her. Just know that, how much do you know about ghosts? Give me a religion check, Artyom.
I got a 10.
Rip.
I know an average amount about ghosts.
All right. So, ghosts, of this particular nature, tend to be stuck in the area that they die. So, I doubt. By the way, Adam, have you turned to try to face this person, or are you?
Nope.
Okay, cool, got it. And now they're getting them away. So I highly doubt that the Domovoy asked you to bring the ghost home, more to help her.
Did you send the Domovoy?
Celestial being, fey creature, two entirely different realms, Bucko.
I mean, they're pretty close to the same.
Okay, if you say so, bud. But So anyway, so you find some way to help her somehow. She a ghost. The big thing about a ghost is they don't realize they're dead.
Yes, but the last ghost that we found that knew she was dead tried to kill us.
Banshee, different type of ghost.
So
Lots
what
of different
type of
types of ghosts, buddy.
What type of ghost is this?
It's just a ghost.
Can't you just like wave your wings and be like, "Woohoo, go to sleep, pass on"?
It doesn't work that way. There's this thing called free will, and they still contain it. After they die. If the
So-
ghost doesn't want to pass on, the ghost won't pass on until they feel like they can, or realize that they should.
Do I need to dig up the bones, throw some salt on it, and light it up?
No, you just need to help the ghost realize she's dead.
Okay. Where's her body? Do you know that much?
Don't know.
What do you know?
A lot more than you do.
Well, I noticed that. But as you've established when I was younger, you can only give me so much help.
Yep.
Can I have...
DM, is it at all possible that I'm hearing even part of this conversation?
Give me a perception check.
Oh boy. That's a natural one.
So you are definitely hearing Artyom's end, but you're kind of just convinced that Artyom is kind of going a little crazy anyway, so he's probably just talking to himself. So you're not like
Gotcha.
paying a lot of attention to what's going on. But
All right.
Alright, well, I guess one last request before you go off to wherever guardian angels hang out and, at the end of their work days. Can I get 1,000,000 gold?
no,
Well,
that's not how this works.
yeah, but I've asked you every single time. Maybe someday you'll say yes.
Not happening.
Well, if I have enough faith.
You know what part of faith is?
Believing in things without seeing them?
Work. Gotta work. If you want 1,000,000 gold, you can get it. Sure, you just gotta go work for it.
Most of the ways I know to get 1,000,000 gold are nefarious.
Well, officially, I'm not supposed to encourage that.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try and kind of take a peek back at my guardian angel.
And as always, every time you have tried to see him, he's always just like a shadow on the corner of your vision. He's never fully visible.
Are you ever gonna stop being weird about this whole thing?
It's my shtick.
Well, maybe you should get a new one.
I can't. It's what I was assigned by Silhana. I mean, not the shtick of being invisible, but when she kind of asks you to be her spy master, you kind of stay hidden on the shadows.
Well, alright then. So, if you'll excuse me. Unless you have anything else to add, I got a little girl to bring home.
And
Oh.
then with that, you get no response.
I hate when he does that. So that's
Artyom, you really need to sleep more. You need to probably sleep a lot more to not be so tense
Yes.
and stuff.
But as you see, I was able to return without any help because I could smell you.
I can smell you.
I feel like that is probably an insult. Probably.
It depends on how you take it. But I found the ghost of the little girl, and now I need help figuring out how to get her to let go.
Is she like grabbing onto you in an uncomfortable, unseen place that I don't see?
What? What? No.
I kind of like look him up and down.
No. I have reason to believe she doesn't know she's dead. And we have to tactfully convince her that she is. It's okay to let go. And then not turn her into a banshee.
Okay.
Who do you... I think Kadiak seems to have been the most knowledgeable. Oh. He never came back, did he?
Not yet.
Okay.
But you know what
Corbett.
happens. You know what happens to people who aren't here. The DM gets to play them.
They turn into kobolds. Wait, oops.
Yep, exactly. Anyway, but
I'm gonna go into Cadillacs' tent, and I'm going to wake him up.
maybe you should talk to someone else.
Okay. I'm going to look at Jelania and be like, "Do you think Corbett might know something with his whole religious background that's not the same as my religious background?"
About telling people that they are dead?
Banishing ghosts.
Is that
sort
a
of-
thing you talk about in the church?
I don't know. Not me.
Exorcism, I guess.
I'm very good at keeping people from not being dead. But dead
I've
people.
never
are
had
not-
to do this before. So
Well.
maybe he has?
Well, I'm gonna
That'd be a
go-
very specific skill set to have.
Maybe his magic stick knows something.
That is possible. Shoot. Okay.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go wake up Corbett.
I roll up. What do you want?
Well, I think I need your help.
Who are you?
Who am I? I am
Who
your
are you?
father.
You. What? No, you're not. You're not as scary looking.
Oh, well, thank you. Compliment.
Oh, okay. What's going on?
I need your help. I found a ghost, you see. But not the ghost that we initially ran into. The ghost of the little girl, Novoslava.
Ah,
You see, I went out into the woods to prove a point to Anya here. And I proved my point, by the way, which you never exactly acknowledged that I proved.
well,
But
congratulations.
anyway. While I was out there, I found the ghost of Vivislava. And when I offered to bring her home, she vanished. Now I have reason to believe that she doesn't know that she's dead, and we need to convince her she's dead without turning her into a banshee. That way she can go to eternal rest. But as I have said before, I am very good at making people not dead, and dead people are not my specialty. So do you know how to make her convinced she's dead without making her into an evil spirit that's going to try to murder us?
DM, I'm going to ask, have I heard of anything, or do I know of anything from my study of after when I was rifling through all the books at the monastery that I stayed at?
Give me either a religion or an arcana check.
All right. Let's see. What's religion? Oh, they're both 3. Let's go Arcana. Nope, that's a 6.
Yeah, spirits weren't really your domain of study. Kind of had more pressing
sorry.
matters on your brain.
That's yes. Sorry about that. I'm not quite familiar with that.
Well,
Haven't.
does your magic stick know?
Good question. Well, let's see. I summon Eladin in my hand. He just appears. Eladin, he's in spear form.
What?
So Eladin, this here's Artyom, Eladin.
Hello, magic stick.
So
I told you I don't want to talk to them.
Well,
do you talk to him? Don't talk to me.
You can't hear what Eldon's saying. I have to him.
well, we have an issue, and we thought maybe you could help us. As you're trying to help me. I'm trying to help you. Yes, but so first we're trying to get out of here. Do you know how to make ghosts be okay being dead and realize that they're dead? Is that the right question, Artyom?
I mean, I think so. I don't know what your magic stick is saying. So, can it really talk to you?
Yes.
Even
I'm
if
gonna I'm gonna take just a couple steps back and be like, all right.
Even if I did, I told you I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to help them. I only want to help you.
Well, to help me, we got to get out of this
Help
place,
them.
right? We got to get out of this valley. And in order to do that, we probably got to figure whatever the heck's going on. And this is about the only lead we got. So any help would be nice.
No, I don't know.
Persuasion? Oh, you don't know?
Yeah,
Is
I
that
don't
really?
know. I have no clue.
Ah,
I never been dead. Don't deal with dead things. I mean, except making things dead. And so don't, and generally the things I make dead stay dead.
fair point. I tell Artyom that. I'm like, he doesn't know. You keep things alive, he keeps things dead. He doesn't know how to keep something dead that doesn't want to be dead, if that makes sense.
Okay. Well,
That was very confusing.
maybe Drith would know.
Are we going around waking everyone
Or are
up?
we going to wake someone else up so they can have a conversation with the thin air and find nothing?
Trust me,
Does
this is
Piotr-
very important.
Does Piotr overhear anything?
You're asleep, so how light of a sleeper is Piotr? Do you think that Piotr is light enough asleep that he would wake up at this point, or is he still asleep?
I think by this time, after you've had conversations with like 10 people in his near vicinity, I think he's awake.
Okay. So Piotr, you can give me an Arcana check, and you can have advantage on this Arcana check.
Nice. That's not even the route I was gonna go.
Dang it.
That's a nat 1.
You have advantage. Remember, you have advantage.
Oh, but that would have been so funny. You must cut down the largest
You gotta-
tree of herring and then
Wait.
burn it.
Wait, so
I'm
that
firing.
one was really the highest you rolled, even with advantage?
Yeah. No. 10.
Okay, 10.
I'm adding bonuses. 14.
14. Okay, you know something. Once you have discerned what their conversation is about, you become aware. You know something. Common practice, among there's specific mages / arms of the church that go around and help put ghosts to rest. And you know that the general practice is if you know who the ghost is, well, the first thing is identifying who the ghost is. Second thing is using something from their old life to help them realize that they are passed away. Either something that's changed drastically or, someone even from their old life. Those can help people pass on to the next life.
So wait, sorry, I'm putting that into English in my brain.
Was I not speaking English?
You were, but I was scrambling it at an alarming rate of scramblage.
Puedo decirlo en español.
Yes, try that. No, so we need to use information from their past life to help them understand that it's chill and they can just peace out. Correct?
Like, yes, basically. So not necessarily information, but like an object or a person. So that way you can make a connection with them and then help them realize that time has passed. Because to a ghost, it's like time isn't passing. They're reliving basically the same few moments, like for this, over and over again. And so, it's they aren't realizing that they are dead. So
be like, hey, like this is a picture of your brother. He died like 80 years ago, and so did you. Time to like realize you're.
That would be one way to go about it. Yes.
Something of that effect.
Something of that effect. Yes.
To provide perspective, essentially.
Correct.
What's all this about a ghost?
Look, I'm just saying, Drith is from across the world. He probably knows weird things.
Listen, we're all awake except Drith. And I say at least one of us should be able to sleep an entire night. But like things were filtering through my subconscious. I've got an idea. We want this ghost to go away, right?
Right. Well, yes.
So what we need to do, I studied a chapter in a book once about this sort of thing. What we need to do is we need to help give her perspective. See, she doesn't know that she's a ghost. So we need to find something from her past life and help her understand how things have changed, how they're not as she remembers them. And then she will be awakened to her state.
She still has family in town.
Are they
Yeah.
shorter, fewer arms?
I mean, remember the old man who walked up to us and was like,
Ah, yes.
Hmm.
The crazy old man.
Maybe we should go find him.
yep, see if he'll come out to the woods with us. Sounds a little creepy. Excuse me, old man. I know where your daughter's ghost is. Just follow us, please.
I've convinced larger groups of people to do more questionable things in my time.
You what?
Like what?
When you're
No.
negotiating pacts between noblemen and city-states, sometimes somebody's gotta lose. But everybody wins in the end.
Not if somebody loses. That's just not right.
I don't think that's how losing works, is that you lose and then you don't lose later. I don't think that is how losing works.
Maybe I used the wrong word. Losing. Sometimes our perception of what it means to lose isn't so spot on.
So
Trust me, friends.
Oh, dear.
we returned to the
Beautiful
town.
words.
Well,
Yes. Return to the town in the morning then.
possibly. Wait, we gotta catch whoever's putting the gold out. Can we see if there's? I'm gonna check to see if there's any gold that's been set out. A bag of gold.
There's a
See
bag
if
of
we
gold
missed-
sitting there and waiting for you
there
when
it
you
is.
arrive. There is.
Missed it.
I totally forgot that we. That's what I was supposed to be doing while our team was gone. Ah,
Thunder, you failed us.
Gosh dang it. All right.
dang it.
Actually, I am curious. How much gold is in the bag?
What? Are you really gonna steal from this dude?
No, I'm wondering how much, because
It's
if there's
about-
a ton, you have to be.
It's probably it's only about like it's not a very big pouch. It's only about 5 gold pieces. He's
Oh.
only a gate guard.
$500. Hey, you watch what you say about security guards. It's a noble profession.
All right. Well, it's not tons of gold, so it's not like someone who has to be filthy rich has to do this. So, okay, I leave it. Don't worry, I'm leaving it.
So are you all going to resume your long rest?
Wait, I am curious. Is there any tracks or anything that like we can? No, not even rolling.
No track.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty
Yeah.
obvious. The area around the gate is pretty clear. I mean, like there could possibly be, but like part of it is like cobblestone, and so standing on. I
We lost
Ian.
Ian.
We're just losing
No.
everybody. Oh, that's awful.
One by one.
Now we have Ian.
Did I die? I was like,
You
what
did
happened?
die. Hold on a second. Give me a second.
Need your face back in.
Oh, allow me to
For
provide it.
There you go.
So, all right
Okay.
then.
Anyway,
There's
so yeah,
no
like
tracks.
I was saying, it's cobblestone around, so like
Yeah,
even if they were to leave tracks, they probably wouldn't have because they were stepping on the stones. So
Let me see. What do I have? Yep. Okay. No. I go back to bed.
all right, cool. Everyone else going to sleep too.
I mean, I
Yeah.
gotta finish my watch.
Yeah, I'm finishing out the watch.
I don't remember what number watch you guys
So
were.
upset that I missed.
I think we were
I
last.
missed
Did
it.
first? No,
We were the darkest.
I thought I was-
middle.
I was the last watch,
Okay.
so I'll wake up for that.
Okay, so you guys go back to sleep.
Okay.
I'm gonna
And
look at Anya and be like, "I told you I'd make it back. I found a ghost and I made it back."
You also talked to nothing and no one.
I talked to a ghost.
It's a bit odd.
There's a ghost out there.
Okay.
That's what I talked
Sure.
to. I haven't talked to you. Are you no one?
Definitely not. But I was not next to you when this was happening, so.
That's what you think. And I'm just gonna nod and then look at the time and go to bed. Yeah, I'll look at the time with my non-existent, medieval sundial.
Why are men so weird? I cannot. I just okay. I go to sleep.
all right. So you wake up Corvette right before his turn. Is there anything particular you want to do during your watch, Corvette, or?
Not really. I guess like. Nah, I'm leaving Eladin. I'm like, no, I don't want to talk to you now.
Okay.
Let's leave it. Another time, maybe. Another night.
All right.
But
Cool. So you go to sleep. And so your watch passes without incident, and everyone wakes in the morning. Stomach's growling.
wakey, wakey. Eat.
Full HP, yay.
Yeah, fully all hit points, all spell slots, all daily features restored. So your plan was to go back to the town, right?
Yep.
Our plan initially wasn't it to search the forest, but since we found her ghost
Yeah.
already, we're just gonna go do that.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, yeah, unless you want to keep searching the forest.
No, I'm fine going back to town.
Okay.
So
So, did I miss anything while I was asleep?
we fill him in on the way.
Because no
Just
one
like,
woke.
come on,
No
let's-
one woke Drith up.
we just
I do have to ask though, however, would you have known what Piotr knew about putting the dead to rest?
Oh no! Remember, I'm from an elf commune, and no one has died for a long time. And in fact, I'm going to be the next one to die, probably. In fact, they made me dig my own grave when I was 10.
For a
Elf
place that
communes are
nobody
weird.
dies, that's really morbid.
Yeah,
Happy
Like I
elf
said,
town where
I-
people turn
I
into
got some
animals.
social issues.
you know,
Goodness.
I'm supposed to be all well mannered, but what's wrong with where you grew up? Who makes you
Well,
do
it's-
that?
Like we've been isolated for a long time. A long time.
But I didn't know Anyway. Yeah, sure.
I guess you do weird things when you're out by yourself. Did they have you ride on any goats?
Not really. I can turn into a goat though. You want to see?
No, that's okay. I've seen the deer and the
Okay.
spider. That's enough.
All right.
Okay, you're lost.
So you guys make your way back to town.
Yes.
Making my way downtown, walking. fast.
And so you arrive at the gate. When you arrive at the gate, you see guards kind of sitting there. They look up at you, then they look back down, then they look back up, and they're like,
Hail, And well met.
Didn't we let you guys into the town yesterday?
And we left. People go in and
Were you-
out.
Were you here this whole time? You don't have a changing of the guard?
I mean, no, we do.
That's probably when we left then.
Whenever
Or
you
you're
were...
just not very good at your jobs. You know, practice makes perfect.
So keep practicing.
Okay.
Actually, I do have a question. Do you know, is there anyone in town who could like identify magic items and such?
I don't know. It's been said that possibly Sandra Furlock, the owner of the inn, she's said to have been dabbled in magic in the past.
All right. Thank
Nice
you.
lady. She helped me find the door when I got lost.
Okay.
You couldn't smell the
lost?
door?
I would just look at you super confused and be like, what? Do you make a habit of smelling doors?
I
Don't
do not
respond.
respond.
Also, where?
Yeah, why?
Oh, gosh, Viv. Gosh dang it, Viv. What's her name?
Vivislava?
Vivislava. So, do you also know who's Vivislava's family and where can we find them?
How do you know about Vivislava?
Long story, man.
The old
You wanna
man
hear it?
stopped us.
Yes, it's the Yakovlev family. Their manor's just inside the gate.
Oh, perfect. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, but don't go be talking to them about Vivislava. She's
Gone.
yes, she's gone.
Yeah, we know. He stopped us and told us.
Don't be bringing up that old
Yes.
man's dark memories.
Well, he brought them up to us.
Yeah, but he's
So-
crazy.
We didn't start it.
Is he crazy? Maybe you're crazy.
Look, all I'm saying is if you start something with Arseni, the guard won't be afraid to interfere. So don't be causing that's old man Yakovlev. It's Arseni.
Sani?
Okay. Cool. Totally spelled his name wrong. I know that.
Out of character, is that a word that I'm either hearing wrong or just have never heard in my life?
It's like Valmir. It's a name. Arseni.
Oh, okay, not our space Seni. I was like, what in the world is a Seni?
But
All right. Well, thank you. And I just walk in as if I had expected all that to happen.
I'm gonna look back at the guard as I'm walking past me like, maybe you're crazy.
yeah, it was a blind man's.
I
looking
kind of
him
like
right in the
push.
eyes.
I kind of like pat Artyom on the shoulder and like kind of push him away. Just like, yes, everybody here a little bit crazy. Live in a valley we cannot leave. Everything crazy.
See, makes you crazy.
All right. Well, I need to run over to Sandra, and I pull out the special silver dust and a vial of a red potion that I have no idea what they do that we found last time.
Just chug the potion. Problem solved.
Great
That's
idea.
what you do when you don't know what it does. You just drink all of it.
Did I happen to have given you like letters and numbers to go with that?
No.
Okay. Well, let's see if I can remember.
Well,
what
maybe.
happens.
I don't
Did you
remember,
mean
to be
to?
honest. I don't think you did, but
I know what the potion is. I'm just trying to remember what the dust is. Let me look up real quick. But you have to go into the inn, and is that so? You want to go to the inn?
I want to run to the inn if that's cool with everyone, so I can make sure we know what the heck these do.
Do you want us to wait for you before we go break the news to the old man? Or do you want us to go do it ourselves?
Nah, I figure we could just do it at the same time, and then I could meet back at the manor or just out front by the gate, whatever you guys want.
I'll head with Artyom, or it's not Artyom, with Corvette to the inn.
I'm gonna go talk to the old man. She's
I'll
like,
go with Artyom.
I'll go with RTM as well. Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'll go with
That's fine.
Corbett.
Okay.
Well,
That
I mean,
works too.
if we're gonna
Is there
split
anything
the
else you
party,
guys need
let's
to check?
split the party.
Did you find any other potentially magic or just unknown, like, ooh, that's cool items?
Well, I could ask her about this, and I hold up the weird stick I found.
Yes.
Is it a
the
magic
most-
stick?
It's like the rarest artifact, like in the whole game, and you just found it.
Look, this is the essence of beauty right here. Surely this cannot be a normal tree branch that I'm holding in my unholy hands.
Don't worry.
What
The
have you
one and
said?
only thing that can get through the armor of the final evil.
Oh, maybe
Wait,
it'll help
you
us
have ideas.
open the mist. It'll pierce the mist.
Perhaps.
The dragon spit.
All right. Okay, so we'll since it'll be faster. The first encounter, the identifying the magic items will be faster. So you enter into the inn. You see it's kind of sorry. That's where we'll start. Is what I was trying to say. Is we'll start with the identifying the magic items. That's will be a little faster. Then we'll go into the meeting with the Yakovlev. So who all was going to do the identify the magic items?
Me, Corbett,
But-
Drith, and Piotr.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will then assume that
Kadiak
Kadiak goes with Artyom and Jalan. Yeah. Okay. So you walk into the inn and you see that it's busy. It's occupied. Just no one really has anything else to do right now. And you spot Miss Furlock. You recognize her from your first night here. She was, she has, brown hair with kind of some silver, aging. She's, lines in it. She is, probably older, middle-aged, getting up there. She looks at you as you walk in and she says, "I'll be right with you in a minute, darlings." And then she goes off and runs and, does something. And then she comes back just a moment later and says, I missed you at morning meal today, and evening meal yesterday, and afternoon meal, come to think of it. Where have you all been? You left before checking
Right.
out. I was worried you
Out.
wouldn't have a place to sleep. Did you sleep in the woods?
We did actually, and we managed to keep a low profile.
That's good. There's lots of scary things in the woods. Spirits, undead. The gates were attacked again last night. Luckily, we were able. It was just a small group, so the guards were able to repel them. But it's scary things out there. Very brave of you to spend the night in the woods. Anyway, what can I get you?
Well, thank you. Well, we were wondering if you could help us identify. We heard that you kind of know some of the arcane arts, and we're hoping you could help us identify some of these items we found.
Certainly.
Just
Less
put these out.
magical talent and more just lots of knowledge. I can't do it. I don't do it for free. However, it will be a 25 gold. No, sorry, 25 silver for magic item that you want me to identify.
I was like 25 gold. You kidding me? Wait, for each one?
Yes.
Do you have like a bargain rate? Because we have a few items.
Do you have 10 or more?
Who has 10
Here,
magic
how
items?
about I give you this? And I pull out the set of real silverware that I stole from, or I stole, but I got from the castle.
Where did you?
It's a complete set, quite valuable.
She begins looking at each piece. Where did you get this?
Not important. It's a family heirloom, starting with me. So, what do you say?
Starting with me. I mean, I have needed new silverware, since we don't get merchants coming through town anymore, we have needed to replace the silverware. So I'll take it. This would definitely be worth the identification. I can see the items if you'd like.
Awesome.
Okay, well, first up is this beauty, and I hold the stick up to her gently and with reverence.
So she grabs it and grabs the stick and looks at it. And she reaches into her pocket and pulls out a magnifying glass. And you notice that the magnifying glass kind of like twinkles as she's moving it over the stick. She looks at you, looks back at the stick, and looks at you. Where did you get this stick? Family heirloom, starting with you.
I found it in a sacred treasure chest. No,
It's a real
this
thing.
one I won
it's a real
fair and
thing.
square.
It's a real.
Huh. Well, I can tell you, it is a stick. Sorry, 1 second.
Can confirm it is a stick.
It is a stick of the species lark. Is that what you wanted to know?
A bird stick?
Larch, sorry, CH, larch.
Yeah, so what does that mean?
Well, it's the most common type of tree here in Mordver. It covers about 45.2% of the area.
Is she telling the truth?
Why would she lie about
Yeah, Driss
this?
is gonna make an insight check.
Go for it.
I'm assist. I don't know how I can assist, but I'm assisting him somehow.
All right, Driss got an 11.
Okay. I mean, yeah, she's honest. As far as you can tell, she's telling you the truth. It's a part of a larch. It's the most common tree here in Mordver. 40, almost half of those trees make up almost half the trees in every forest here. You could use it for kindling. You can probably find someone to whittle it down into a flute if you really wanted to.
Oh, it's a much bigger stick.
A
than I was
magic
thinking.
flute?
If you got someone to enchant it,
It's-
sure.
Piotr, we got a new magic instrument for you
But
coming up.
it's just
You're telling me I just found a magic flute that's just not a flute yet.
A flute in embryo.
It's not a flute and it's not magic yet, but it will be.
I mean,
Driss
yes,
puts it
if
gently
that's
back
what you
into his pocket.
if that's what you want, if that's what you want it to be, then
Awesome.
sure. Please tell me that
you.
you have something of actual value.
I pull out the vial of the red potion, whatever the heck this is, and then the bag of silver dust. I think it's silver, right?
Yes,
What I remembered.
I did identify what that bag is. So she goes over the potion. And she says this is just a potion of healing. If you drink it, it'll heal your wounds. So pretty standard.
All right.
This bag of dust is what is known as dust of disappearance.
Ooh.
And this is totally what she says, not really. When you use an action to throw the dust in the air, you and each creature and object within 10 feet of you become invisible for 2d4 minutes. The duration is the same for all subjects, and the dust is consumed when its magic takes effect. If a creature affected by the dust attacks or casts a spell, the invisibility ends for that creature.
Just for that creature. And is that just enough for one use?
Yes.
Cool. Awesome. That's cool.
So,
How to use that sometime.
well, I
So
certainly wish you luck.
thank you very much. Enjoy the silverware.
I certainly will. And she takes it back into the kitchen. All right.
What was the potion?
Just a potion of healing. It is a regular potion of healing, right?
Yes.
I figured. See, you could have just drank it.
Well, then I wouldn't need it right now.
All right.
And you're not here.
So, Artyom and Anya, you walk up to the manor, where you been pointed. It's a pretty nifty. It's large sized for this town. And so you walk up to the main door, what you assume to be the main door, and you knock on it. When the door
Oh,
opens.
before
Yes.
before we knock on the door, I'm gonna just kind of say to Artyom, maybe we don't say right away the girl is dead. The old man is crazy. Maybe he just want to come with us, and they have a conversation, and they kind of realize together that she is dead, and it is a nice thing for them instead of just, hey, old man, your kid is dead. He's crazy enough he might not even believe us. He probably gets it all the time. I was saying it to him earlier that she got eaten by a bear.
I'm gonna look at you and kind of slowly nod and go, this is always the worst part. I'm gonna look down and I'm gonna say, I don't think he's crazy. I think he's just pretty torn up inside. I'm gonna square my shoulders and be like, I had to do this kind of thing with the priest back in the capital. We had to notify guards' families when they were killed. No.
I've never done this before.
All right.
So I will let you take lead.
So you knock on the door, and a servant opens it. Clearly, the servants' clothes are kind of more, on the ragged side. Clearly, they need to be replaced. But since more signs that since this valley has been cut off from civilization for 3 years, that not really anything, not really anything's getting replaced or changed. And he looks and says, "Can I help you?"
Real quick, Patrick. Since he has a manor, I'm guessing he has some form of rank. What if so? What would that be?
I mean, from what you recall, he was, they were just a wealthy merchant family.
Okay, and then what was the name of his older daughter?
It wasn't his daughter that you had talked to before. It was
his daughter-in-law.
Daughter-in-law, and her name was Olia.
I'm gonna pull off my chainmail cap thing, whatever goes on top of my head when you wear chainmail. I don't know. I don't wear chainmail in real life.
Coif.
My coif. And I'm gonna say, is Sir Yakovlev or his daughter-in-law present?
You mean Sir Yakovlev or his wife?
You told me daughter-in-law just now, Patrick.
I know what I said.
Oh, okay. I've never met his wife. I didn't know he had one, but yes, whoever lives here.
Let me go speak with the master. May I inquire as to who seeks his presence? I don't recognize you.
I am Artyom, and I am a priest of Silhana and a follower of Saint Edita.
All right, I will be back. So he goes off. A few moments.
While he's gone, I kind of whisper over, should I take off my... You took off your hat. Should I... The same? No?
I don't think you can take off your horns.
But you tell him.
I've got the hood. I have a hood up. Cloaked hood thing all the time.
I don't know. What shows respect in your, circles you run in?
I don't know. I've never had to do this sort of thing before.
Well, when he shows up, you can either bow or curtsy. If you feel like it's okay, then you can take off your hood. But if you think you might have issues with you being a tiefling, you can leave the hood on.
Okay.
Have you never
that, but okay.
Have you never been to a nice house and fancy people?
I mean, not like this.
Just don't worry about it. I think he's coming back.
So he approaches.
I'll...
Master Yakovlev will see you. If you will follow me to the study, please. So you enter into the home, the manor. It's dusty. It's old. Clearly, your guess is that there probably were more servants to help take care of it, but due to the fact that, they probably aren't making money, they probably can't afford to pay anyone, so there aren't more people. But you go in, you walk, it's not like huge, so, but anyway, so you go in, you follow him, and he leads you to this study. And you walk in and you see a young man. You're guessing this man's probably in about his 20s. Darker hair. He has this, he has a magnifying glass he's holding up over a piece of paper, and he's clearly doing everything to make himself look important. Though, like he's doing something important, and he's just sitting there. Oh, come in, please. I am Matvey Yakovlev. I was told you wished to speak with the master of the Yakovlev family.
I'm gonna kind of look at him funny and then look at Anya and be like, yes, but you're not him. We're looking for Arseny Yakovlev.
Oh, my father. Oh.
Yeah. If you wouldn't mind, and I kind of, give him a slight respectful.
My father's not well, and I've taken over the family business and everything since I have since he passed. So I assure you that I am the head of the Yakovlev household at this point.
I'm gonna nod and say, well, as you see, I hold out my symbol of the two feathered wings, and I'm gonna say, well, as you see, I am a follower of Saint Edita, and I help those who are unwell.
Well, I mean, I'm sure that your magic is is better spent. Well, one would be better spent elsewhere, as well as it's from his age. He's old. His time, as much as it pains me to say, is not far off. I appreciate the offer of help, but it's not necessary.
I don't offer magic. I offer the healing and comfort of the heart.
I'm afraid I don't quite follow.
If you wouldn't mind, sir, I would like to meet with Arseny Yakovlev and his...
And if you wouldn't mind, my father's quite old and quite tired and quite ill. I'd like to know why you wish to meet with him before you meet with him.
I have news that he may like to hear.
What news? What news would my father like to hear that I wouldn't like to hear?
Is he directly related?
I mean, your guess is that this is his son. I mean, obviously you don't know for certain,
Yeah,
but
so the brother, probably.
Well, maybe you should be present when I give him the news.
if the news really isn't that, I'd like to gauge for myself what the news is before I rouse my father from his rest. So please, I insist that you must tell me the news first before I go get my father.
I'm gonna look at Anya. And then look back at him. It's concerning his missing daughter. We think we found where she went.
I need you to leave my home. That my sister's dead. Has been for years.
We know, and we need your help helping her know. You see, as you probably have heard, we're part of the strangers who came into town. And we don't know how we got here. But all I know is that part of freeing the town is to put your sister to rest.
You're saying my sister has something to do with this fog?
No. I'm saying that we've been asked by those who can help us. And I'm going to, vaguely gesture in the air because he doesn't know it was a fey creature that offered to help me. To put her to rest. To show that we're really intending to help. And we want to help you and your family. But in order to help your sister move on into the afterlife, we need someone who can show her that it's truly time to go. We can't do that without your help. She doesn't know us. I can cast all the spells that I want, but please, I've seen enough death. And I would like to help your father not grieve to the end of his days, not knowing where his daughter went.
Very well. Let me go grab my wife and my father. So he walks off. And
I'm just gonna put my head in my hands and shake my head. I hate this part.
Would it be bad if we told them how involved she was? Not that she was involved, but she was involved, you know? Would it be wrong for them to know that?
Probably. Let's just let them
Why?
think that she disappeared gathering mushrooms. We had an instance once where there was a guard who was involved in some nefarious instances, and it was worse on the family when they discovered that he was doing things against his oath. And the
She
priest
was
taught
not complicit. She was a captive.
I know. But especially with older folks and with folks who have been grieving for a long time, best just leave them with their best memories. We would rather not let him go to his grave knowing that his daughter was kidnapped and then almost sacrificed. I'm gonna look right in the right into your eyes and just say, please just trust me on this one. I know you have no reason to.
I'm like kind of not making eye contact, just like he can't, he can't tell if I'm looking at him, so I don't care to look at him.
I'm gonna move my head around and look in your eyes. And then I'll just
I hear a baby making noise upstairs.
all right.
Are you with?
We'll just wait for them to come back.
So a few minutes pass, and eventually, so Matvey comes back in. You recognize the woman with him as his, Olia, his wife, and you see the old man. He's wearing pretty much the same thing he was wearing last time you saw him. So the, basically the pajamas, and sleeping, nice sleeping cap. Hello. You've seen my daughter, my son says. You've seen my Vivi.
I'm gonna nod. I have, sir. Yesterday, we were out in the woods north of town, and Saint Adita guided me to where I could find your daughter. And we would like you to come with us so she can be put to rest. You and your son-in-law and daughter.
Son and daughter-in-law.
Oh, son and daughter-in-law.
I would like to bring her home. Yes. I would like to bring her home. Where, you said in the woods, north of town?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Yes, I would like that very much. And
Well, we can take you as soon as you're ready.
You know ghosts generally don't appear except at night.
Well, yeah, but we want to leave.
That's fair.
I'm gonna look at him and say we want to leave before the undead hordes come. They don't seem to affect us in the woods.
Undead? There are undead in town?
No, not in town. No, outside of town. But you don't need to worry about that. We're very capable. I'm gonna point at his son. Look at your son. You have such a strapping young man to take care of you.
My daughter. You said you saw her. You saw my Vivi.
I'm gonna kneel down in front of him and take his hands and say, "Yes, sir. I saw her, and I want to take you to her."
Matvey puts his hands on his father's shoulders and says, "It's all right, Father. Just go get some rest. We'll be leaving soon." He looks at you. He's just, like as I said, he's not all there, but I'm sure that he would appreciate this. We'll go. We'll get ready, and we'll meet you at the gates.
We're not. It's not any easier for me to give you this news than it is for you to hear it.
In a way,
I had hoped when I heard his story that I could find her alive.
In a way, it's comforting to finally get closure after all these years, to know what truly happened. We always assumed the worst, but it's best, we now it feels good to finally get closure. If you meet us at the gates, we'll be ready.
I'm gonna bow again and take my leave.
All right.
I'm gonna stay there for a little bit and just like, what's his name? The son's name?
Matvey?
Can you say that one more time?
Matvey.
My internet went out for a sec.
You're good. Matvey.
Matvey. Okay. I'm just gonna kind of like hold his gaze for a sec. Really want to say something, and then I'll walk out.
All right. So I'm assuming, are you all meeting back up at the gates? So everybody will go in this solemn adventure, solemn journey. All right. So few moments pass. Minutes pass. You all meet at the gates. Matvey, Olya, and Arseni are there, and they are accompanied by a few guards.
Ooh. Are we there by this time?
Yes.
Just wondering.
Yeah,
Our group?
you're there.
Cool.
You've all grouped back up.
We have quite an entourage.
Yes, well, the woods are a dangerous place, Matvey begins. We wouldn't want to be out there unprotected.
Good on you. All right.
All right, is there anything that we should know before we head out?
As you are most likely aware, spirits only come by at night. Most likely it'll just need to be myself and the family. As she's already illustrated, she's comfortable enough to appear to me. As far as I know, she won't hurt us. But that means I'm going to look at the guards and be like, look around in the guards' general directions and just say, that means you're going to need to trust me.
You haven't proven untrustworthy yet. I assure you that everyone here will be on their best behavior so long as you all are on your best behavior. You are taking one of the wealthiest men in the village into the woods at night. You can understand my precautions. All right. So, anything else that you all want to do before you head out?
Real quick.
Just want to make note of the fact that I look incredibly sullen and very bothered.
Jed?
I'm gonna look at Piotr and go. So, Piotr, do you know anything about flutes?
uh, you mean what they look like, or how to play one?
Yeah. Do you know how to like? If I was to try to make this beautiful stick into a flute, do you think you could help me out, like guide me through it so it will make so I could tap into all its awesome magical potential?
I'm an artist, not an artisan.
Oh,
I wouldn't
You're
know
so
how to
deep.
tell you how to make a flute.
okay. Well, just thought
I'll
I'd
tell you
ask.
what, though. I'll tell you what. Maybe we could try trial and error. Why don't you get some other sticks and do your best with those, and I'll see if I can play them. And if the formula works, you can apply it to your special stick.
Fyodor, you're so smart.
You know,
I also wonder
disagree.
if how Kadiak,
It's like
when he returns, ask him that. Maybe he's an artisan. Who knows?
That's a good point. I didn't think of that. I wonder where he's at anyway. He just kind of disappeared. I've heard that dwarves burrow like moles, but maybe I should turn into a mole and try to find him. I don't even know.
One of these days he'll come back.
An internet mole.
That's what the beard is. Is kind of like how moles have those like little tentacle noses. That's what the
Ew.
dwarf beards are for.
No,
Oh,
that's
boy.
horrible.
That's why the women also have them.
Yeah. So that's all I want to do. I don't think Drift has the emotional intelligence to notice that Anya's looking like super downcast.
I'm gonna.
Uh,
Oh, go ahead, Ian.
yeah, Piotr was going to ask Anya about that. Anya, something seems to be on your mind.
Apparently, nothing that is important enough to talk about. So we can move on.
I don't know what's
Ooh.
making that apparent, but of course you also haven't told me, so maybe that's why.
All right.
Oh, fair enough. Good job.
If we're near the family at all, like obviously I'm not gonna say anything.
It's fair.
All right, cool. Good job. Let us sally forth.
I'm going to kind of slow down a little bit and pause next to Anya and say, "You're walking different. I can hear something different in your footsteps."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to whisper and I'm going to say, "If I need to tell the brother what happened, then I'll tell the brother. Just not the old man."
He should know that his daughter was brave and resourceful and escaped a terrible situation that she had no right to have hope from. And that she found a way out is admirable and should not be forgotten from the people who love her the most. It is not our job to decide how a family loves their children and what they should know about their own children.
I nod slowly. The choice is yours. You're part of my team now. So if you feel that's the right decision to make, then I'll back you. But you've heard my stance.
We shall see.
All right.
I'll start walking a little quicker.
So you make your way out into the woods, and day, you get to close to where you had found the spirit before, and day passes into night. You notice the guards kind of are a little bit uneasy. Olya is standing close to Matvey, holding his arms. And the old man is clearly kind of senile. He's asked several times why we're out here, what's going on, things like that. And you, anyway, so night finally falls after a few hours. What is the game plan?
Well, Yakovlevs, if you'd come with me, I need you to be quiet. And in my head, I'm gonna send a quick little prayer up to my guardian angel and be like, she'd better show up.
Yeah. So you make your way into the woods.
Would you like some extra protection aside from, this little group of people without experience in self-defense?
I'm gonna take a deep breath and I'm gonna look in the direction of her voice, and if you think that's a good idea, you're welcome to come along.
I think it is not wise for a civilian family to walk by themselves with only one protector.
With only one blind man.
That is not what I said.
I'm gonna give you like a kind of just like a little smirk, but then it disappears really fast, so I'll nod.
If she'll appear, my concern is just that if there's more people, that she might not appear. But if the priest says that she'll come, no matter, then I'm fine. I would definitely appreciate someone who looks like they know how to handle themselves. No offense, but you are blind, priest.
None taken. Yeah, Anya was awake and around.
Anyway, I think ghosts like me. I had a long chat with a ghost yesterday, so...
You all meet ghosts very often?
Don't ask weird questions that we don't have answers to.
All right. Yeah, then let's be off then. So you walk through.
So as they go off, I feel like I want to be sneaky and watch them from, and keep my distance and try to just keep myself hidden, but also be there to watch them. But before I do that, I talk to the guards and I was like, "Hey, you see, are we close to the castle again, like where we were camping before?"
Yeah.
Okay, so I tell them "Hey, you see over there, every night there's a gold put out for the guardsmen, but we don't know who. Just keep your eyes out, okay? Tell me if you see anything."
All right, we can do that.
Thank you. And then I just go off and trail behind.
So everyone else also try to trail behind.
I'm going stealth mode.
Drith and Piotr.
Are you gonna use your invisible dust?
No, I'm not using my invisible dust yet. We'll use it at some point, I'm sure.
You're gonna say something, Drith?
So can I roll a nature check to start whittling a stick into a flute?
Go for it.
Okay. All right, so that's what's nature? That's a 19.
You have definitely
Ooh.
you've gotten a good start on what you hope will eventually be a flute, but only time and rolls will tell what it becomes.
All right,
Yeah,
I'll
so
take that.
it'll probably take you. So you definitely get like a good start in what you feel like should, what you understand of the basics of flutes should hopefully create a flute.
It's long and sticky.
And what are you doing,
I'm
Piotr?
I'm just going along with the party.
So you're going to sneak with Corvette?
Wait, no. What did I miss?
So while Drith is doing this, he's gonna be on the lookout as well for who's ever putting the money pouch down.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit and talk with Drift, kind of observe his progress with the flute.
I'm gonna try to learn everything I can from Piotr. If you can't, Drith kind of reveres him as an artist because Drith really wants to be a good artist.
Okay. All right. How many hit points do you have, Drith, and how many hit points do you have, Piotr?
24.
That's a terrible question to ask.
We're about to die.
20.
Okay.
That's a bad question. That's a bad question.
That's what half the party just left.
Okay. Anyway, we'll come back to that.
Wait, what?
Brayden, I need you to give me a stealth check.
Come on, lucky
That
die.
is-
Come on, lucky die.
And then-
Nope. That's a
What's that?
5.
Artyom and
Take it.
Jelanya, you can give opposed perception checks if you so desire.
Please roll nat ones.
No, it was really good, but I don't have a really good modifier. I have a plus
Well,
0,
5.
so it was 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a 7.
Okay. Hold on, I have to go roll something really quick.
Okay, not that die. Should have rolled that one.
Okay, so you notice that Corvette's following you.
I'm going to pretend not to notice him.
I will say this: I am more trying to be sneaky against anyone else and the ghosts mostly. But yes,
Wait, the ghost
I was
doesn't.
not very successful.
Okay.
I'm going to like give him a look and then like a little wink. And that's all.
So you,
As Anya, as you're like about to look away, I just you just see me like I'm an idiot. But I continue. I don't stop.
So as the previous night, as it begins to get darker, you begin to hear voices in the woods calling out. You begin to see shapes at the edge of your vision, blurry white shapes.
Not
What?
Not me.
Okay. And eventually you kind of, eventually you come to where you met the Vivislava's spirit the previous night, and it fades, and you see a shape. When you saw Vivislava, she was the young, whenever she'd escaped, she was like 16, 17, I think, when she escaped, and you see her take shape again in front of you. Matvey, Olya, and Olya kind of like back up in fear, but Arseni like stops and walks forward. Vivi, is that you? And he reaches out. So as he reaches out, there's kind of this swirl of mist around the young woman's shape, and she changes from the young woman to a young girl. You're guessing 8 to 10 years old. And she goes, Father? Vivi. And they like walk up to each other, and kind of like sit there for a moment. And you're sure that words are not being exchanged verbally, but you're sure that a conversation is being had in some manner.
I'm gonna take off my coif and like hold it over my heart.
A few more moments pass, and the spirit kind of fades. Like, except not in like the same way that it disappeared yesterday. It kind of like fades into like particles and disappears in a flash of light. And Arseni turns back and goes, "I'm tired. I'd like to go home now." Matvey kind of looks at you. "I think that'd be a good idea. Should go home." So as you're walking back, Matvey kind of like grabs Artyom and pulls him back a little bit.
People generally only get away with doing that once.
"I apologize, but my sister died. My sister disappeared when she was 8. She wasn't 8 when she first appeared. You know more than you're letting on, don't you?"
You definitely don't want to ask me about that. But I'm going to nod towards Anya and say, but you can ask her.
Great. Thanks.
Throwing her under the bus.
I think I'd rather be left without the knowledge. But please,
I
What?
agree.
don't let my father. Just let my father remember his little girl.
I can do that.
All right. So back
Just
with
know, Matvey, that she made it out. And I'm going to kind of look over in Anya's direction as I say this, that she had a lot more courage than most people would. And that if she were still around, your sister would probably be someone you'd be really proud of.
I certainly would think so. Any other things we want to say before we move on to the next thing? All right, Drith and Piotr. You guys are kind of
Go
sitting there.
ahead.
So you're sitting, waiting for
You're
your
currently in the 9 hells.
on an illithid
Oh,
novel.
Oh crap! I forgot about this.
In the midst of
How
Dante's
many hit
Inferno.
points do you have, dead man?
All right. So you're kind of just sitting there, and the guards are sitting there and chatting, and you're getting really sleepy.
Oh no!
You notice the guards start yawning, and then they kind of lean back and they close their eyes and go to sleep. You
Hey.
begin.
Just real quick, I have Fey ancestry, so magic can't put me to sleep.
All right.
Yeah,
Ooh,
half
wait,
elf boy.
What race are you, Piotr? You're human, right, Piotr? Yeah, you're asleep.
That's what you think.
You're asleep, but Drith, you're not asleep. You notice that the guards and Piotr are asleep, but you are awakened. You are still awake. Give me a perception check.
Wonder what's going
Alright.
on.
My perception check is 14.
You look around frantically, clearly trying to find out what's going on. You don't see anything.
Piotr, I was just talking about my homeland. I didn't know it was so boring. Oh no. Am I not an artist after all? God, jeez. Oh no. Oh no. Hey, Piotr, wake up. Yo. Piotr.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah, that's some story there.
Yeah,
Cheers.
our
I mean,
shrines are really
Drith.
artistic and good. So I noticed the other guards fell asleep too. Uh, what's going on? Let's try and wake them up.
Yes, I don't know. I just so tired. Are you not?
Nah, I don't know. It's only like, I don't know. It's only just past dark. I mean,
Hmm.
something weird is going on. Should we try to find the others? Is there money on the table yet or anything?
There's money on the table.
Oh, jeez. The money is there. We missed it. Yeah.
You
so,
didn't see anything? I was.
No, nothing. I didn't see anything. Just one minute the money's not there, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's there. It's like it's like a rabbit giving birth. It's so fast. It happens before I even knew it was happening.
That was not a thing that I knew. I didn't know that you. I didn't know that was a particularly rapid event. Thank you for that tidbit of knowledge.
I can tell you all about the breeding habits of animals.
How's your flute coming?
Oh, my magic flute. It's great. This is so good. It looks almost like a flute now.
That is much better than when it looked like a stick.
Yes, it is. But also, I think I just forgot that we almost all just fell asleep except for me. So we might want to try to figure out what's going on. Can we see anyone else?
Nope. You don't see anyone else around. I mean, you see that your friends are coming back, but that's it.
Everyone's coming back? Okay. So can we talk to them?
Yes, but before we do that, we're going to take our break really quick. You can talk to them after the break. So, because I intended to do the break before I told you guys you were all getting magically put to sleep. That was my bad. Anyway, so we'll be back. We're going to take about a 5-minute break. Yeah, so we'll be back momentarily. And we're back, guys. Still no Mike, but maybe he'll make an appearance by the end of the night. We'll see. Anyway, yeah, so guards and Piotr just gone to sleep or just woken up, and everyone was coming back. And Drith was going to go talk to them.
Hey, so good news and bad news. Which one do you want to hear first?
What do you?
Probably bad.
How long were we
Bad
gone
news
for?
first, please.
I'm curious. How long are we gone for?
Probably like half a shower.
How can
Half
good
of
and
a
bad
shower, huh?
Have a good shower.
Depending on how thorough you are, between 2 and
Half a
What's the good news?
shower.
Okay, so
No, start with the
so
bad.
the-
We're in the We're in the
Oh.
forest. We need the bad stuff now so we can act faster. What is the bad news?
Okay, so the bad news is that someone we think started putting everyone magically to sleep, but I that didn't include me. Thank you, Mother, because I'm part elf.
I immediately walk
so-
off in the trees and start doing like a perimeter around like where we are, like looking for somebody.
Okay, give me either
Yeah,
investigation or perception
this
check, whichever one
conversation.
you choose.
Oh, investigation. Oh gosh. As a 2 plus whatever, so not enough.
Okay.
I'm emotionally distraught. Leave me
We're
alone.
rolling so bad on these.
All right, and then what were you saying, Drith? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, no problem. Yeah. So and so while everyone was being put to sleep in that drowsy commotion, someone managed to put the gold on the table, and
What?
so we missed it again.
I go look again. I
Yeah.
investigate around the guardhouse again.
I'm gonna look at Drith. Can you turn into a dog?
Yeah, I can actually.
Why don't we try and track them by smell?
Wait,
Ooh, that's a really good idea.
you can't do it?
Can you turn
Okay.
into a trained
Okay,
dog?
look, like there's more to my senses than smell. There's a lot of hearing involved, and like
Hmm.
ESP, I guess.
Okay.
Learning.
Do I get a
things.
roll for that investigation earlier, or is this just a cobblestone still?
Cobblestone still.
Dang it! That was a great roll too. Ah,
Okay. So is Drith gonna
Actually,
turn
that's
into
not
a
a bad
dog
idea,
and
though.
attempt to sniff?
Oh yeah. Did you want me to turn into a dog? I can do that. And then I'm gonna turn into a wolf.
oh, big
So a
dog.
wolf
Scary.
has advantage on perception checks that rely on hearing or smell.
Ooh.
Right.
As you begin to sniff, I'm trying to figure out how to describe this effect.
What does that sound?
You die.
You just keel over and die. The smell's so bad. No, so
Just
you
die.
can definitely smell your companions. You can definitely smell the guards. You don't smell anyone else.
Anya does stink.
Wow.
Not like that.
But you can
I
smell.
don't think we understood that.
You can smell no one else.
No.
Well, I'm gonna stay a wolf. I like being a wolf form. I go and pee on the gatekeeper's shed to mark it as my territory
Okay, I'm gonna
because I am
look.
a male wolf and I am the alpha male.
Did
Not the only male in this pack.
also did
Yeah.
you sniff the bag of gold? Just wondering.
Did you sniff the bag of
Ooh,
gold, Drith?
can I?
You
Can
can.
you?
Yeah.
I point
we'll say
to
that
the
Corvette.
bag of gold. I'm like, sniff here.
Okay.
Sniff this.
Yeah, I go and lick Corvette's hands to indicate that was a good idea.
Oh, thanks, boy. I pat his head.
I'm gonna pick up
I
a stick
pine a
and
little
hand it
bit.
to Corvette. Be like, "Hey, throw it. See if he gets this."
So it was a 14 on perception.
Okay. The bag of gold is clean. Almost too clean. Like magically
I do like a
clean.
Scooby-Doo.
Ruh-roh, Reggie.
What the heck? Oh wow. Oh.
Yeah, so I turned back out of wolf form and I'm like, yeah, that bag of gold was it didn't I couldn't detect anyone on it, but in a weird way, I couldn't detect anyone on it. Like no one had touched that bag, like no one. So
No one ever.
I think this is probably like a magic bag of gold. I don't know what's up with that. Can I make an Arcana check on it?
Go for it.
All right, that's it's a 6, not a 9. That's a 9.
You have no idea what type of magic could prevent being being tracked or make it look like someone passed without a trace.
You know, for a group called Ready to Roll, our rolls have been garbage.
They have been awful. Also,
We are
Artem,
not ready.
Artem, you can use detect magic, right?
Yes.
Do you want to see if that's a magic bag of gold? Can you see if it's a magic bag of gold, please?
Well, the gold. It definitely sounds like it has been impacted by magic. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna walk over. I'm gonna dump out the gold, and then I'm gonna stick my hand in the bag and see if I just keeps reaching further and further and further.
You hit the bottom of the bag.
All right.
I think it's just a bag.
Well,
I just had a realization this guard probably has like several thousand of these bags. If this bag keeps appearing every night, he has just like thousands of little teeny bags in his house.
Maybe he sells them.
What could someone possibly do with that many bags?
You don't
That is
think
a
he's
lot
been
of bags.
glittering, do you? And then I pull out my scimitar.
As a wolf?
No, he turned back.
No, I'm back.
Turn back
into
into,
human.
I'm back into a.
No,
Man
he's
form.
probably not. Well, who knows what he's doing with the bag.
Okay, so
And throw the stick behind Drift just to see what happens.
Drith goes and trots after it a little bit until he realizes what is going on, and he goes and walks back casually with his hands in his pocket, pretending like he absolutely meant to do that.
okay, so I do want to cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
But I am. So for my duration, I sense the presence of magic within 30 feet. If you sense magic this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any. So I'm gonna look around, see if I can see like magic on the bag, magic on the table, magic like faint residual magic footsteps.
Ooh.
Smell any magic.
Sorry, I'm trying to rule this. Thinking how to rule this. Give me a second. I'm not sure exactly how to do this.
We're experiencing
The DM.
technical difficulties.
You could also
with
You
our-
choose.
You could just
Mental difficulties.
you can also just tell us like the name and the race and the approximate weight and location of whoever cast the spell.
Doop, 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 doop,
Oh dear.
Piotr
Okay.
is currently piping that out on.
So the general consensus of what I can see from this, from what other DMs have said online, that my very, very brief scanning, is that you detect there was a bunch of abjuration magic. However, you can't really tell where it was going or where it came from. So there definitely was magic. Well, and also the Piotr and the guards are still glowing with enchantment magic because they had just been put to sleep.
Okay,
Hmm.
I'm going to, because I can sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of me, I'm going to walk back to that tunnel that we came out of.
Okay.
Remember?
Are we near there?
So at this point, Matvey raises his hands. I'm deeply interested in what's this going on here, but are we going to go home anytime soon? My father's not
Yeah,
as
that's a
young
good
as he
point. What
used to
happened on
be.
your end?
When it's light outside, that might be a good idea.
We're not staying here overnight. We didn't bring stuff to stay overnight. That's why we brought the guards, so they'd let us back in town.
So you want to fight your way back through an undead horde to get back into town, when over here we're perfectly safe.
There's ghosts and things in the woods.
Yes, and we slept overnight last night and we're fine. I'm going to take my bedroll and I'm going to hand it to him and say, "Here, give this to your father."
Okay, all right then. Guess that's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be real awkward for you guys tomorrow, but okay. Anyway, so you're going to go back to the tunnel.
Yep.
Okay, so you go to the tunnel. Magic.
I'm gonna-
We could show him, bring him to the tunnel. And then go to the tunnel.
What were you gonna say, Jelania?
Fine.
I'm just wondering, like, do we need these people, or can they just take their guards and go back?
I mean, as long as he gives
Do we
my
need them
bedroll
to be
back, I'm
out
not
here?
stopping.
I mean, he'll give you your bedroll back, and they're gonna go home.
As long as they don't get back there dead.
Okay. Well, they have confidence they will arrive safely and soundly.
I hope that means the TM has confidence they'll arrive safely and soundly, because otherwise we're not going to be able to get back in town anytime soon.
Okay. So they all head. So the Yakovlev family heads back to town on their own, and you guys head towards the tunnel. Is that in agreement, or does anyone want to go back with the Yakovlevs?
Real quick, can I do one more thing? Can I do a nature check to see if there's any like spiders or cockroaches or bats or anything living in the shed that are like would have their eyes on all the time?
I mean, no, everybody turns their eyes off occasionally. I just reach behind, flip the switch.
They're not cameras.
Sure. Let me roll something real quick. But yeah, sure, if you want to.
There's literally just an eyeball in the corner that's focused on the little table the whole time.
You could just tap right into
It doesn't
the.
matter anyway. I got a 5.
Okay.
I'm getting new
Today it
dice.
was so bad.
You don't see any spiders or anything. You see signs of spiders. There were
All right, let's
cobwebs
go
and
to the
stuff.
graves.
Also, I'm just wondering. So we came out here. We
Yes.
found this place.
Yep.
We found the girl.
Yep.
Now what? Like, why did we do all that?
We actually should probably go back to town with these guys.
And why are you saying that?
A hunch.
I'm rolling on
there's-
insight.
Okay.
That's-
Roll
no,
insight and roll an
no,
opposed deception
you're-
check.
Come on, a good roll for once.
Yeah, you just replace my entire face with that Anakin Skywalker meme.
12.
Wait, this whole
But
operation was
it's
your
like-
idea.
It's like, what are you not telling us?
What did you?
Insight?
What'd you get for insight? What'd you get?
I got 12. So, but I'm also trying to persuade him.
What'd
I
you-
got 19.
Yeah. So, what are you not telling us?
Oh, well, I got a 19 on deception. Nothing. My detect magic isn't picking anything up. And besides,
Yeah,
they're kind of our responsibility.
A second ago, you didn't care about that. I'm not buying that.
But I won my deception check.
I don't have to. I just don't know what you're doing. So, whatever.
I walked over here to the tunnel. I checked for any magic because this is the most likely place that I could think of that someone would hide. And they're not here.
Tunnel is a lot farther away than that.
Oh, well, then I never walked over to the tunnel.
The tunnel's in the
around
graveyard.
I looked around the area, didn't find any magic that was helpful. Because that's why I didn't go with them, is because I thought that, like, oh, maybe, if I just run over here and look in the tunnel. But the tunnel's not close.
What next, though?
Should go back to town, get a good night's sleep.
And then what? That's what I'm asking.
And then I will pray in the night and I will tell you.
Uh,
You have faith, right?
not in you.
Oh, fine.
You're not one of the saints.
Well, I pray to the saints, don't you?
So do I. Yeah.
Well, then you go back and you pray too. Whatever's going on, there's only one town, right? There's probably something else in the town that we can go and check out and see how we can lift this curse. Because we found that incantation thing in the church. Maybe if we go look back in the church. So we never checked for that other body. I'm gonna pat you on the head and be like, "Don't worry, Corbett, I'm on your side."
No, I back up.
So
I start walking off.
okay.
Whatever.
Bye. Hope you find your dad.
So you all head back to town.
Wait, where do you walk off to?
Yeah, are you walking
Go
back
with,
to
like
town?
the family?
I'm walking in that direction.
So do you
We'll
all
see if I end up there.
Okay.
you all want to go back to town, or do some of you want to go check out the tunnel entrance, or what do you want to be doing currently?
Oh no, heck yeah! I'm gonna go walk with the family for sure.
Okay. Piotr Drith.
Yeah.
Just going
Family.
back to town.
So Corvette, are you going to end up going back to town, or are you going to end up somewhere else?
Hey, there's
How
ghosts.
far off the road is that windmill? I am curious.
It's like right on the road. Like right.
I'm
next
gonna
to it.
walk. around it and look inside for a quick second as we pass by.
You get a spooky feeling that you're being watched.
Ah, another one. Yes.
But no one like appears to you or anything. You just feel like you're being
Yeah.
watched when you're in the.
Okay, well, that's good to know.
You done playing in there?
Peace out. We'll be back, maybe. Whoever's watching. Bye. And then I leave. Yeah, I just go back to town.
Okay.
So while we're walking, I want to catch up to Anya. And I just say, I thought about it. And Madre asked me not to tell him. But I did listen to your advice somewhat. And I told him that she was brave and that he'd probably be proud of her if she was still alive. But he asked me not to tell him, so don't blame me.
All right. It's not my fault that he is a coward and he does not want to know what happened to his own sister.
Is this
Harsh.
kind of hitting a little close to home for you?
Perhaps, maybe. When your family goes missing, you should care, right?
Well, they did care.
When your family dies, you should care. Not enough to know what actually happened.
I mean, I haven't been around for the past 10 years or 8 years or so I don't know what they did. But I imagined that they looked, and if she was locked in the bottom of a castle, it's probably kind of hard to get there. We
Yes,
got
but
there.
then when you show up with the information, they decide not to take it.
Well,
If I had been given a chance to know what happened to my own family, I would take it, no matter how bad it is.
I mean, I shrugged just a little bit. Sometimes not everybody gets that chance, and when they get it, not everybody wants it. And
Oh, believe me, I know. Not everyone gets a chance to find out.
like I said, sometimes it's better not knowing. Trust me, I would rather not know.
Is that coming from a personal place? That's like a, can I do an insight check to find out if that is coming from a personal place?
Go for it. It's not going to be a very hard insight check.
Yeah, I don't think you need to have an insight check. It's very much from a personal place.
I'm trying to see how much I can get. I'm trying to see how much I can get from your expression and what you said.
That I would rather.
Oh, great. +0 to insight. 13.
Yeah, it's coming from a D. You could tell it's coming from a. He's not trying to hide it very well. It's coming from a very personal place of his. There's, he clearly there's something that he knows that he would rather not about a family.
I'm sorry if what you know has hurt you, but for me, not knowing hurts even more.
Well,
I'm
maybe
very sorry if it hurts.
someday we might be able to find out.
That was the plan.
We won't be stuck here forever. Trust me on that one. Not that I had anything to do with us getting here. I'm going to take it back and be like, no, just kidding me.
You all act like I'm about to stab someone or eat a baby. I have done neither of those two things.
Hey, Driz's
Pretty
the only
sure
one
you've
who thinks
stabbed
baby.
people before.
I have not stabbed a single person who is alive. Not happened.
No one currently alive has ever been stabbed by me.
All right. So anyone else want to have any conversations whilst you were traveling back to town? Nope. Okay.
Nope.
No, Drith is just whittling his flute.
That's some skill doing it while walking. Holy smokes.
I can
Why am I in a group of dudes talking to their magic sticks, whittling their flutes? What is all this about?
Sorry, do you want to take a turn whittling my flute?
No, thank you.
I meant to ask, are your horns solid or are they hollow?
Well, I think I show like here on the end, it's like broken off. It's like you can kind of see it's not hollow on the inside. There's stuff in it.
What the? It broke off? How'd that happen?
A headbutting match.
I fell.
Trip
In
down
a
some
headbutting
stairs.
match.
I've been there. Yeah, that actually brings up a good question. Do tiefling ever like butt heads like mountain goats?
I've never thought of that before.
That is not ever something that I ever did. I have never seen it happen.
Am I close enough to hear this?
Huh.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Okay, I turn around. Drith, you know comparing people to animals is not the most polite thing in the world to do.
I thought it was a compliment.
So,
Like you remind me of a very promiscuous duck.
that just like belatedly hit my.
All right.
That's a wise old owl. Okay.
I got nothing on that. I got nothing to say. I was like, all right.
All right. So you make it back to the town.
Oh.
The guards,
Okay.
man, the guards let you back in, and you. I'm assuming you go back to the inn.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm hungry. I don't think we've eaten.
How late is like middle of
Yeah,
the
I mean
night?
it's middle of the night, so any hope of getting a meal is long gone.
What about
All
like
right.
a scrap of bread? A crust of cheese? Pizza! I want some cheese!
Sandra.
So you open the door, and she kind of comes out in her sleeping robe. Comes in and is there like, "Oh, you're here. I was worried. I had rooms made up for you. Got some
Little
things for you up. If you would like to go get some sleep."
Absolutely. Thank you. And how much was that again?
Oh, tonight I heard what you were doing for the Yakovlev family. It's free tonight. Don't worry about it.
Silhana, bless your soul. And I go straight up to my room. Same rooms? Wait, as I'm up halfway up the stairs. Same rooms?
Same rooms.
All right, thanks.
So I'm like, hey Piotr, do you want to share a room?
Sure, right?
You're gonna call her promiscuous duck?
I'm so curious, like, what is the base level of promiscuity for a duck? Like,
It's
Oh,
it's
yeah,
really
they're
freaking
is a
high.
promiscuous duck.
They're awful
Like-
creatures.
So then a
It's
really
in the way they
promiscuous
walk.
duck is like insane.
Right.
Yeah. Their baseline is
They
like
walk with a
RP,
certain
so
amount of pride and with a certain amount of swagger to their waddle.
Just go visit the
And,
duck pound, duck
just-
pond south of BYU, and you'll understand.
it's a wild place.
There.
I'm
Patrick,
gonna,
we just talked about that duck pond.
We did. We did.
I'm gonna go sit down in front of the fire and the hearth, and I'm gonna look towards Sandra Bullock, because that's what I keep thinking every time you say her last.
That's what I.
And I'm,
Burlock.
I'm gonna ask if I can get a little cup of something.
Yes, I can get you something. Yes. So she goes off into the kitchen, comes back with a little cup of like ale,
Swag.
puts it in front of you. Anyone else want anything? Just I can't obviously fire up the kitchen again, but something small I can get you.
I could use a
Nice.
I'm forgetting words, guys. This is bad.
She'll get you. She'll get you an ale.
Yeah, that's the word. What's the? Put them in tankard.
Got it.
Tankards. I'll take a white wine.
Okay.
Oh, fancy. I'll go try.
So she takes your orders, whatever they may be, and comes back and gets them all to you. I'm guessing that Artyom is not planning on going to sleep anytime soon. I mean, Corvit's already up in his room, so you know.
Nope.
Anyone else planning on staying up with Artyom, or?
I'm waiting for my little friend.
I was totally planning on sitting and looking at the fire and drinking, and then he did it, and so I'm gonna not. I'm gonna sit in the other corner, kind of glare at him while I drink mine, and then I'm gonna leave.
I am not a social drinker. Okay, I am explicitly a solitary, lonely drinker.
Yeah. Jeez, I can feel the heat rays coming out of your eyes over there.
What about you, Drith? You going to sleep or you staying up?
So again, Drith is trying to kind of study Pyotr to see the mind of an artist. So he's going to be watching like kind of from a distance and kind of doing what he does, but just very poorly.
6-year-old child.
All right. So Piotr, you went to bed, right?
The groupie.
Yeah.
Okay. So you all.
So I'm just. Anyway, sorry.
No, you're good. So you all head up to your rooms. You know, Anya kind of fuming. And
Well,
Artyom
fine.
just sits.
I'm just in my room, just up.
Not
But I'm in my
not fuming, just very upset about many things. Not all of them are TMs.
So
It's
I
fair.
I go to Pyotr and I'm like, hey, I saw Anya look at Artyom for a while before she went upstairs. Do you think
I see
she
where
has
this is
a
going.
thing for him or anything?
I see where this is going.
I think I could have cut the tension with a knife.
Hey, chat.
And
Do
it
we
wasn't-
do we ship Shalanya and Artyom?
And it wasn't that kind of tension. I'm afraid, or not afraid. I don't know. Either way, that's not it. That ain't it, Chief.
Okay, so Drith writes down in his little notepad, long looks equals not romantic.
Well,
So people on a
it's
date are just like-
complicated. Like 2 seconds at a time, and then you look away. That's how you indicate interest.
Okay. Sometimes can mean romantic interest.
May eat babies. All right. Okay. So you all go to bed. Artyom. After a while, you
I'm like starting to lose it. Like, are you gonna show up?
Domovoy.
Yeah. What? Hey, you're here.
Yes. Domovoy said Domovoy return when you help lost girl.
And I did.
You did.
We did.
Domovoy no. Now Domovoy tell you about dark magic. But Domovoy think be good idea if friends be here.
That friends word might be a little strong for some of them.
You're not friends?
I mean, I'm friends with most of them, but I'm not certain if I'm friends with one of them anymore. It's
More
complicated.
than friends?
I'm just gonna go. How about you do your magic wake up thing? because
Domovoy can do that.
I'm gonna like pull down my blindfold and be like, because they don't know yet.
All right.
So going up dark stairs, like, yeah, how much you wake them up?
So you all have the sudden feeling of being watched. You awake.
Swords out.
So I was actually out just talking to Eladin like this whole time. So what would I or Eladin have done or said? Would Eladin have felt that?
Eldon, that didn't feel it.
Dude, what are you, useless? You can't see anything?
I'm a spear.
Yeah,
What do
more
you?
than that too. You know that. I know that. Come on.
My senses are very limited. All right. Not as powerful as I used to be. Okay. Maybe when you get more powerful, I'll get more powerful, and I can do more crap. But for now, I'm very
You're
limited.
relying on me now. See,
You knew this from the beginning.
just reminding you, that's all. So do we like feel like
Yeah, you feel like you're being watched.
just
And you get the general sense that it's coming from the outside your room.
Dad?
So are you all going to go investigate? Or are you just going to stay in
Yeah.
your rooms?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I want to know what's going down.
So Anya has her swords drawn. The rest of you walk out and you see the...
I have Eladin in hand.
So you all walk out and you see Artyom sitting in the sitting area with a furry blue long-nosed creature.
I'm gonna like scrape my chair all the way around and look at them and go, I've been expecting you.
Hmm.
What have you
Yeah,
been
like-
expecting us for? It's like dark outside.
This is Domovoy.
The little blue
And-
thing raises its hand.
He is the fey creature that told me to go and help the little girl, and in exchange he'd tell me about the dark magic here.
And you didn't tell us.
No, because
Why?
because it had only been a few hours since I woke up in a cave with you guys. Would you have
That's-
told me?
What about last night or earlier, a few hours ago?
Well,
Uh-huh.
you didn't need to know. It was on a need
Yeah.
to know basis, and you didn't.
Domovoy think
And how
Artyom
come
But
we
apparently we
know
now. Mm-hmm.
What did the Domovoy say?
Artyom's selfish.
No, cautious.
I agree with that one. I pulled out a chair and sit on the other side of the room.
Hey, you know now. We helped an old man and his little girl. We cried, we laughed. It moved me, Bob.
Bob.
Domovoy. Hi.
I'll pull
Meet Domovoy.
I'll pull up a chair and sit next to Corvette.
Okay, everybody on the I Hate Artyom camp, go sit over there. Everyone else, come sit with me.
Drith is gonna go up and try to pet Domovoy. Like, what kind of creature are you?
Domovoy kind of like the Domovoy disappears and then reappears on a table a few feet away. Don't touch Domovoy.
Okay,
Domovoy.
sorry, I'm still learning boundaries.
Yes, you'll have to excuse our friend. He is trying to figure out like social rules for multiple different species simultaneously, and it's really hard on him. But Domovoy, I have a question. What are you?
Domovoy is Domovoy.
Yep, very descriptive. Thank you, sir. Next question.
Domovoy I am. Domovoy I be. Over places Domovoy watch. Protect the inn, I do.
Yeah, that's
This
what he
it.
said last time.
That's all he ever says. So you watch over this inn.
Domovoy, watch over this inn. Other Domovoy, watch over other inn. Watch over Yakovlevels. Watch over Windmill. Watch over other places too.
Oh, that's what I felt
So is
earlier.
there a Domovoy? Okay, never mind. Answer that question as I replayed the audio in my brain. So where do you come from?
The moon?
Domovoy appear when place need protection.
Yeah, that's how you get here. Where did you come from?
Domovoy not know. Domovoy wake up and in. Domovoy watch in for many years now. When in no longer, Domovoy no longer.
Oof.
Well, when there's a demolition order for it, I'll sign a petition.
All right, so
Dark
why are we here then?
Artyom helped Domovoy. Domovoy promised Artyom if Artyom helped Domovoy, Domovoy tell Artyom about dark magic.
Hey, now hold on just a second, Domovoy. Can you tell them why you picked me to help you? Especially for the RTM haters over there.
Domovoy think Artyom be good person. Flawed person, but good person.
Flawed but good.
Liar, but good person.
Liar.
Boy, do we know that?
Need to know basis you didn't need to know.
What is this thing called trust?
Next time, now that I trust you, I'll fill you in.
All right. So what is this thing about dark magic?
Domovoy hear from Chapel Domovoy that you discovered dark ritual. So, you know, dark ritual enacted to prevent people from leaving the valley. Very powerful magic. Old, ancient magic. Do with dark god Morpheus. In order to break magic, need powerful, ancient magic. Domovoy know of one who is strong enough to break the magic.
Who would that be, Domovoy?
The townspeople call her the Witch of the Woods.
Hey, wait a second. What's the Witch of the Woods' name?
I have a feeling it's gonna be the Witch of the Woods.
Domovoy not know. Domovoy only know that there is Witch of Woods. No woods Domovoy, so Domovoy can't speak with anyone to learn Domovoy name, witch name.
Then how do you know that there is a Witch of the Woods that is powerful
Oh,
enough to
Domovoy feel her magic. She's strong, really strong. And villagers get drunk a lot and talk about her. Lots of dark stories. Lots of other types of stories. Lots of stories. Domovoy not like all the stories. Say that witch eat children sometimes.
Well, we can't be a tiefling then.
Drith makes a note in his notebook.
Witches eat babies.
I'm right next to you, man.
I'm
With pair of
just
drawn
saying,
swords.
according to Drid, apparently it could be an Asimar. Who knows? I am one of them apparently. I'm just like,
Drith has been
hey, come
all
on,
the
Vanya,
social
you
layers
gotta
have been
give it to
so
me.
complex. Drith needs just some simplicity in his life. He can't understand anything about what's going on with people disliking each other right now.
I don't dislike anybody.
Now, Domovoy not know where witch be, because again, no wood Domovoy. But
Is there a stone Domovoy?
no stone Domovoy. But
Darn.
possible that villagers know where witch be. This
So it
witch can help you break dark magic, and you can leave.
Cool.
So what you're saying is we need to get the villagers really drunk so they start talking, because our
Villagers do that on their own. Get
Trust me, I've seen it.
because our experience with people and things they don't like is they don't tend to talk.
well, but there be lots of stories about witch.
Oh. Hey Corvette, how good are your witch hunting skills?
We'll see. I'm thinking I might have gave the witch a gold coin, you know.
Yeah. Hopefully we don't have to
Now
hunt
that
her.
we know. I'm just saying, was the ghost of Vivislava not the same girl I gave a gold coin to at the beginning?
Didn't look like her.
Awesome. Great.
Yeah,
Hey.
I'm thinking that that girl is that we ran into is the witch as well.
Yeah.
Is the church anti-witchcraft?
Church, I mean, you know that the church, it has very strict regulations on magic, not necessarily like to the point of like witch hunting, like the Salem witch trials, though. But like they have very strict regulations on magic.
They almost anti-witch. Almost.
Just kidding.
Okay, guess we better find out some stories.
Yeah. In the morning.
No,
maybe
right
we
now. Let's go wake everybody up. I'm good at that.
Yeah,
No,
but
Domovoy
you're
good at that. You tell Domovoy to do it.
I woke everybody else up in the woods. There's no wood in Domovoy to tell you that.
He did wake me up.
I even unintentionally woke up Piotr. Like, I am so good at that.
Alright. So y'all, anyone else have anything else you want to ask the Domovoy, or are y'all going to go back to sleep? Or do anything else?
Real quick, Domovoy, what do you eat? I'm curious.
Babies.
Bad dreams. Notice you not have
Okay,
bad
so-
dreams while you in this inn.
Oh, you know,
Hmm.
you're right. The 2 nights I slept here, or 1.25 really, I haven't had a bad dream. So, thank you.
Domovoy say you're
Domovoy.
welcome.
Domovoy, why can't you leave this inn?
Domovoy not want to. This
Well, I want you to come with us when we leave.
Domovoy can't. Domovoy's bound to this inn. This is Domovoy's inn. Maybe one day you have inn of your own and you meet your own Domovoy. But most people not know Domovoy here. So you can't tell anyone that Domovoy here.
You
tell
see why I
people-
didn't tell you?
You tell people Domovoy might have to leave sooner rather than later. For a long time. Till people forget.
I'm gonna shoot a nasty look at Corvette and then look back. As nasty of a look as you can see with the blindfold on.
Like it.
Really scrunched up, just
I just don't really notice that. I'm like, all right, he's just looking at me, kind of. But
I think.
Well, good night, Domovoy.
Domovoy say goodnight. And then Domovoy disappears.
I wanted to give Domovoy a hug.
he said he didn't want to be touched, so I think that would have been hard.
Hmm.
But oh well.
Domovoy does.
All right. Back to bed.
Finally. Yeah, they took all night to show up.
Yeah, how far through the night is this?
It's probably around like midnight-ish.
What season is it?
Cool.
A plot appropriate season. You can't really tell because of the magic. When you
So-
left, you were pretty sure. When you last, you remember it was like spring.
Oh, so the night it hasn't been night for very long then.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
All right, back to bed.
So you head back to sleep. You awaken the next morning to the hustle and bustle of everyone coming in to get their morning meals at the inn. You walk out, and you see Barnaby sitting at the table. With the other old men that he was normally sitting, that he was sitting with before. They look up. Barnaby says, "You made it back from the castle. You're alive."
So are
I
you.
never thought I'd see you again. Well, I mean, I didn't go in the castle.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't.
Wasn't planning
right.
on it.
Yeah, for a while we were closer to death than you were, and that's saying something.
I'm not that old.
Oh, sorry, I'm bad at gauging these things.
Wait, I'm just wondering. Is he? How old is he? How old is he? Look?
Barnaby's,
Isn't he playing with old
Barnaby's
men?
probably in like his 50s. He's pretty old.
Sorry, Mom, who's watching. He didn't mean to call you old.
Mom knows I call her old all the time.
I feel like with elven age conversions and stuff, like that confusion can make sense. Like 50 looking means like you're like 400. For humans, that's way too old.
Mhm.
It's all confusing. All the
Super
numbers
close to
going back
death.
and forth.
Oh yeah.
Right now, everything is confusing to Drith.
For example, he's really
Okay.
confused about why that was offensive.
Yeah, he doesn't think it is. He has not realized he said anything offensive.
Speaking of which, Barnaby and gentlemen, do you know anything about the Witch of the Woods?
Has a heart attack and dies.
Kind of like grabbed his their chairs. The Witch of the Woods. Oh, we
Yes,
have
the
many
Witch of the
tales
Woods.
about that one.
Is she? I'm gonna like kind of lean in, but like be staring at the counter. Is she wicked?
Oh, she's the wickedest witch that there ever was.
Is she the wickedest wicked witch there ever was?
Oh, the wickedest
That's
witch
just-
there ever was.
Tell me, how wicked was she?
They
All
say.
right, and I like just pull him back, like, all right, that. Thank you. Kind of.
and they
All right,
s-
so where is she located?
well, she lives here in the
Well,
woods.
I mean,
they
Thank you.
They say that she has a cabin. I'm gonna pull up this
Okay.
map real quick.
Pull up the map. Where is this?
They say that the cabin, there is a lake to the west, and they passed the old ruins of Fort Helgard, near the ancient dwarven mine. They say that she has a cabin on the western edge of the lake.
Okay. I look at everyone else. It sound like that's where we're gonna go.
But wait, what kind of wicked things has she done?
You know,
We don't want to walk in unprepared.
well, I don't know if I want to believe everything either.
They
Now they tell us all those stories.
we tell our children that if they don't go to bed at night, they come and that she'll come and take them away.
Do you also tell them that a fat man in red clothes comes down in the midwinter festival?
Yes.
Well, guess what? That doesn't happen either. I guess what-
There's no children in a bar.
Maybe not in your house.
That's 'cause
Happen
you're
in my house all the time.
Oh, fun house.
Drith gives up trying to take notes.
They say the Witch of the Woods has sharp fangs. No,
Oh, like
another one
mine.
says. They say that she has rows and rows of teeth that stretch down her neck and into her stomach. No. They say that rather than a mouth, she has tentacles. No! I heard another one chips in that she has the world's longest nose. That of an ancient creature that I've heard from the other continent called an elephant.
So, friends,
I love elephants.
I'm confused. It looks like nobody's actually ever seen this witch.
No.
Is-
No one who has lives to tell the tale.
Is she a beast? Does she have fangs, razor sharp ones? Massive paws and killer claws for the feast?
Thank you for your time.
Well,
We'll be going.
just so you know, not everyone who looks scary is bad. I mean, just look at her, and I like kind of gesture towards Anya.
They all kind of uncomfortably look at each other.
And not everybody who's looks
I'd ever,
scary.
like,
is thought of it.
Bare my fangs a little bit extra. Make sure my bright red eyes are like open real big, and I'll give like a couple like snarly winks, just like the real tiefling. Yeah, I'll use a little bit of thaumaturgy to like make my kind of like sink my eyes in a little deeper, make them look a little creepier, just a little bit extra.
Drith finds this really funny and starts like laughing his head off.
Wanna
The
stay on
old-
the good side of this. one.
Anya, you're so funny. Oh, yeah. You knew behind that scary appearance was a comedian.
The old men just kind of like
Oh gosh.
sit
Thank you,
there,
Drith.
and they're just like, anyway, if you go looking for her,
Thank you, Drith. For that, I will kill you last.
You got a what?
Oh,
Drith laughs again.
they say if you go
Threats of
looking
death.
for this witch, you'd best bring her a gift.
What gifts does she like?
Drith
Flowers.
looks at his special stick and like tucks it further into his pocket.
Drith, you gonna finish that flute anytime soon?
Well,
Yes.
some say she likes food. Some say she likes virgins. Some say she likes wine. But everyone agrees
What?
you need to bring a gift.
Why don't we ask the only female in our party?
What kind of gift would you take? What do you like and enjoy? And
If you were a murderer.
I was not sure where you're going with that sentence, Adam.
Why?
I just wasn't sure where you were going with that sentence.
I wasn't either.
We already established that not all scary-looking people are evil, so maybe you're a scary-looking person who isn't evil knows what kind of thing that scary-looking people who aren't evil that are women want.
oh gosh.
Well,
Yeah, Drith kind of looks at everyone and he's like, hey, who all here is a virgin? Just so we can get a good count.
I think that's our cue to
You ask
go.
people either. But
Drith, that's another question to be mindful about.
but
Oh,
I'm
is it
guessing,
really? Okay.
I'm guessing you, so we can sacrifice you, but we don't want to.
No.
Thank you. That was very kind.
It's the nicest thing you've ever said to me. But no, I was legitimately asking for Anya's advice.
I don't really have an answer. I am sure she would, if she lives out in the woods, she probably has really bad food, so she would probably like some food. She's also probably really lonely, so she'd probably love a virgin. She would probably really like some booze. She probably, I don't know.
Booze!
What about
Guys, I have wine
Should I?
from the castle.
virgin wine?
Is that a
That's it.
thing? I don't know.
I don't know if you would call it virgin wine. There's non-alcohol. Well, back then, probably not. Never mind.
Hey, should we just ask her what gift she wants?
We can.
And then come back with it later.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, just like
In case
I
she
mean,
doesn't like the
we
wine.
don't know. Maybe bring her a baby or something. I don't know. She might eat him.
No, let's not do that.
What if
She
we
might
go?
appreciate something shiny. If you still have that ring, she might like the ring.
What ring? Drith and I didn't tell anybody about the ring.
Wait. Oh, never mind. Then I don't say that.
We kept it a
If you
secret.
found
Air
anything shiny in the
five.
house, maybe she'd like it.
Nope.
If you found something shiny in the house, maybe she'd like that. I don't have a lot of nice things I could give.
Guys, we got. Oh, by the way, we have the silver dust is dust of disappearance, and we could give her that, but I think it'd be kind of fun to use it ourselves.
Maybe we can ask Sandra what she'd recommend we bring to a witch out in the middle of nowhere.
Sandra?
Sandra is nowhere to be seen.
Hi, what'd you guys do to the innkeeper?
She had to go out.
We killed her and ate her liver.
Hey,
All right.
does anybody think it's suspicious? I'm gonna look around and be like, jerk my head towards an empty table and look at the old men and be like, well, thank you. We appreciate your awful stories.
Shall we just head outside, or you want to just?
Yeah, I have a sneaking suspicion.
Okay.
And last time I had, information to share, I didn't, and you're all salty about it.
Just know we gotta work together in this. That's all.
Yeah, I don't think I can take a witch on my own.
Fair enough.
Yeah, maybe you should let me talk to the witch. I think we might get along really well. I mean, I lived in the woods. She lived in the woods. I can turn into
I approve of
animals.
this
She
idea.
can probably turn into animals.
All right, let's go outside.
All right,
I
let's
think this is a
go.
genius idea.
That's not the worst thing that could happen, I'm sure. So let's start our trek.
Are we all outside at this point? Does everybody follow? Come on out.
Yeah.
Is
I
there
don't-
anything like in a book that Piotr has read or anything, or can I roll to see if there's any knowledge that he can scrape out of his brain?
I have an idea.
What type of check would you like to make?
What would that be? History?
Sure,
Arcana?
sure. You're the one who gave the suggestion. Tell me what type of check you think it would be.
Well, which one do I get a better bonus in? La, la. Oh, yeah, it's definitely Arcana. Definitely.
Okay, give me a roll.
Oh, nice. 23.
Heck yes, first good roll of the day.
And yeah.
There we
Except
go.
for okay,
I mean, you've heard
Arkin had a great one.
rumors of witches, like witches of the woods, that are kind of like, it's kind of a common thing in particularly small areas. So like, small communities, but like they're all like the same. Generally, they don't turn out to be actual hostile people. They're just people who are like sometimes like medicine woman who got misrepresented, or a magic user who used their healing powers or something like that. But like, so you don't know of anything specific about this witch of the wood.
I have an idea.
But this is helpful, then, right? Actually, friends, I've read a book or four. Most witches are just people. Maybe old women who know things about healing or spells and are kind of recluses.
Yeah, so about knowing things about healing and spells. Did you notice how our bartender disappeared when we started talking about the witch?
Was she there at the beginning? No. Okay.
I think I don't know.
So we've
I
had a
think
full
they're all-
night. We've had a full night's rest, right?
Yep.
I want to go back into the bar and I'm going to look at a Corvette and I'm going to say, I'm going to try and detect magic. again, because that's the only spell I seem to use. And I'm going to see if perhaps there's more to our barkeeper and where she learned her craft than meets the eye.
All right. But also give her the benefit of the doubt. She gave us free rooms last night.
I don't think she's evil.
Okay.
I am
all
inclined to believe that this witch is powerful enough to help us, but just doesn't know how. And so as soon as we get her on board, I bet you Domovoy might tell us more.
right. Okay.
If she was the witch, wouldn't Domovoy know that she was the witch? He said he didn't know her.
I feel like Domovoy knows a lot more than he's letting on. And he may, that's like he said, people can't know about him in the inn. Maybe that includes the inn owner.
I feel like they'd have a different type of. I don't know.
I feel like if she was the witch, he would know.
Well, before we journey
He
across,
was able to look into your heart, and if he was able to look into your heart and see, what was in it, he could look into hers and say, "Oh, whoa, a witch!"
well, he didn't look at me and go, "Oh, whoa, a priest."
Yes, he did.
Before we go trekking across the valley, since it'll only take like 30 seconds, I feel like
All right, go ahead. Do it.
Yeah.
All right. So you're casting detect magic in the center of the inn, or
Yep.
where are you Okay.
So wait,
Okay,
I want to go over.
Let me pull up the map of the inn real quick, so that way you can actually like visualize it.
We got 10 minutes, so we can walk around.
Okay, that's what the
I
inn looks
want
like.
to go over there into. Oh, I'm pointing at my screen, like you can see, into like the back area near where her room was.
So you want to go into
But,
the
like,
kitchen?
Yeah, over towards the stairs actually, because that'll give me a full range,
All right.
a full 30 feet.
You cast detect magic, and you get a hard stop at the bedroom.
I'm gonna like turn around and be like waving frantically at my party.
I like nod toward the motion with my head toward the bedroom with a cocked eyebrow.
I'm gonna just keep waving frantically, like.
I come up. What is it?
My magic completely stops right at that door. And that's not normal. So I think we should go knock on the door and hope she doesn't blow us up.
Interesting
Drift-
idea.
Drift is gonna go knock on the door.
Bye, Drip.
Hello, anyone there?
Find your dad.
There is no response at the door.
Hello, are you the Witch of the Woods?
No
Drip.
Hey,
response.
my buddy here says he's detected magic and then it stopped at your bedroom door. Witch of the Woods?
Drip!
Hello?
Drip!
Still no response coming from inside.
I don't think she's home.
Look in the cellar.
Okay. Drith is gonna go open
Is
the
it
cellar.
not a bit odd? Is it not a bit odd that the innkeeper is not keeping her in?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Well,
Let's
she
see.
told
Very
the
poor.
old men told you that she had to go out for some reason. So
See, I'm trying to see if maybe there's a magical way for us to get all the way across the valley.
well, you open up to look in the cellar, and it's not very big. It's clearly just where she stores like things that need to be kept colder. So it's not very big, not anything really remarkable in there, and you don't detect any magic.
there moldy
The magic,
cheese?
the blockage of the detect magic is clearly at the bedroom.
Maybe we should try opening the door.
With all the people watching?
Go ahead.
They're behind a wall.
Well, the door is locked.
Anyone got lock picking tools.
Do we want to pick the lock?
Yeah,
Here's-
if I can't detect the magic behind, I feel like if we bust open the door, it's gonna blow up on us.
Fair.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
this is
Drift,
the
can you
most,
be like
guys.
a spider and crawl under the door?
Real quick, can I make a perception check or investigation check to see like if there's anything that would block me from doing
Yeah, you
something
don't
like that?
have to. No, the door. There's a small gap under the door, so you don't have to
Okay.
make a perception or investigation check to see that.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll just wild shape into what's like. I'll just wild shape into like a small spider, like a regular sized spider,
'Kay.
and try to crawl and just crawl under the door.
Quick,
Okay.
step on.
So you crawl under the door and you see a room very clearly. However, carved into the floor of the room, you see. I mean, you can't really tell unless but you see that there's something carved in, like you see carving into the floor. You can't tell what it is from your size.
I'll like walk up the. I'll like walk up the wall and like hang from the ceiling so I can get like a bird's eye view of it.
It is a circle of some sort with runes and things carved along the edges.
Can I make an Arcana check?
Go for it.
All right, that's a dirty 20.
Hate he's not here. It's a dirty 20. It's teleportation circle
Yeah.
of some sort.
What?
That's
Okay.
cool.
You can tell that it's not a teleportation circle to anywhere that you've ever heard of.
How? I don't question.
Okay.
things.
Do I see anything else of note in the room?
Nope.
Nope. Okay, so I'm gonna crawl back under and tell my friends what's up.
Wait, go
I'm
back
gonna come
under.
out of spider form, obviously.
Go back under. Turn back into Driss in there and unlock the door.
That could still
Okay,
blow
I
up.
do that.
Ooh.
So you open the door and
Yeah.
nothing blows up.
Ah.
Yay, we're not dead.
All right. So
Guys, look,
do,
it's a teleportation circle.
do any of us recognize where this could be going to? Do I? No. Okay.
Nope.
Well,
Does anybody know how
Well-
to use it?
not right now. No.
Hey guys, I feel like if this is the Witch of the Woods, I feel like breaking into a room is a really terrible gift to give her. I'm a
Yes.
little worried about that.
So, guess we go meet her at her cabin.
Or we wait here?
I
And
don't,
say what?
personally, I would rather go through the woods because I like the woods. Maybe I'll see a friendly bear or a moose.
Maybe. What sayest thou, Piotr?
Me personally, yeah, Piotr.
I say we get to the bottom of this.
In which way?
How?
Good question.
Anna, you were saying something?
I'm just saying, just because she is a woman and she has a teleportation circle doesn't mean she is the witch. So going out into the woods to find the witch will not necessarily find her. So if we want to find the answer of why do you have a teleportation circle in your bedroom, that might be good to answer now before we leave.
True. Are there any, like... Well... Maybe one of you guys can look around for books or scrolls or something. And how about
Sure.
the rest of us leave? Well, leave two people in here, the rest of us leave, so it's not like, what's the party back here?
Well, one thing I certainly think we should do is make sure we didn't leave any trace inside the room.
We're gonna have
Yeah.
Drift lock the
Drift-
door.
Yeah.
Drift cleans up his spider webs.
And Drift, can you like spider yourself, shut the door, lock it, spider yourself again, and come back out?
After we leave.
You,
Yeah, in that
yeah,
order.
sure. You got it. Yep. Glad we have a guy with vision in the group. No offense.
I'm gonna step on you next time you're a spider.
Are
Please
we?
don't.
I'm gonna leave the room.
So, just so I understand, your plan is to sit here, wait for Sandra to come back, and ask her if she is the witch, or what is up with the teleportation circle.
Not in
we-
the room for sure.
Yeah.
Uh,
Theoretically,
My-
if someone were to see a teleportation circle in that room, would you know anything about it? Not that we have.
Sounds, Piotr, you're a genius. You'll never see it coming.
No, Drift, that was
Here's-
sarcasm. She definitely will. See
what if?
Okay. Sorry.
What if she's that third person we're looking for from the chapel, and yeah, things go down? Should we want to have the witch already with us, ready to go, or like ready to have
I
us break the big spell?
I think that's why we should investigate her room.
want. Yeah, I want to open up like her closet. Are there any purple robes in there?
Nope, just regular innkeeper dresses. No
All
purple
right.
robes,
I don't think those are
no
your
silver
size,
masks.
Azanya.
She has a desk.
She does have
Is
a
Okay,
anybody
that's
like
doors.
keeping watch for her? No.
I left
Nope.
the room.
Artyom left. Artyom
Apparently
left the
not.
room.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Anything in the desk?
A book. Clearly her journal.
Yep. Let's look at that.
You do not recognize the languages it's written in.
What? Seriously? It's not Celestial, Common, or Draconic?
It is not Celestial, Common, or Draconic.
Let me take a stab at it.
What do you speak?
Yeah, I was just about to double check that. I speak Common, Draconic, for whatever reason, Elvish, and Dwarvish.
You do not recognize any of the language it is written in.
Is it
What
druidic?
about infernal?
It's not Infernal. It's not Druidic.
Jeez, Patrick.
Is there
I feel like if
any
he had
way-
said yes to infernal, I would have had a heart attack.
Now we're dead. Is there any way I can roll an insight check? Not necessarily to read it, obviously, if it's written in a language that I can't read.
But determine its origin.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Do-do-do-do-do. Well, I failed.
You never know if you failed until you tell the DM what you rolled.
I'll let you know in a second. What was that? 13.
You have no idea what the origin of that language is.
So I'm not exactly trying to make the same check, but because I am proficient in calligrapher's tools now, I can like hopefully look at writing and kind of see kind of like general attributes of like the person who is writing it, like their mood, just like little, not, obviously not anything super in depth.
Okay.
But yeah, so I kind of want to just like look at the handwriting and that sort of thing too.
Go
You
ahead.
learn all from deepest,
Give
darkest
me
secrets.
what check do you think would be appropriate for that? Do you want to make an insight check or what do you want to make? If you're, I'll let you add your proficiency bonus since you're proficient with calligraphy tools.
Sure. If it's inside, that's only a +2, but we'll see. Oh boy, that's a 7.
Yeah, you can't tell anything about what's been written in that journal.
Really hard.
Well, you can kind of tell that it's structured. It's almost like she's writing in a structured manner. It's not hard to see that.
Like a journal type thing, structured entries.
Well, I mean, structured.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. Well, let's put it back, and I'm gonna leave and have Drith close the door.
Okay. And with that, we'll call it a night.
Ooh. Gonna
All
go
right.
visit the witch next time.
Cool. All right.
Here we go.
Thanks for coming out, everybody. It's been a lot of fun. So just a reminder, check out Lydia's performance check if you like more Dungeons and Dragons. Check out Lydia's performance check. Her show that she does on Mondays. She also does Dungeons and Dragons painting on the other days that she streams. I think are Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, right?
No Fridays.
No Fridays.
Not currently.
Not
Just
currently.
Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Just Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Yeah.
She is also going to be doing Rehash the Roll next Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And so, if you have any questions about the session, about the players, you can check out either my official Discord. The link is below. You can go check there's the Rehash the Rolls section where you can ask questions that the players will be answering. You can also go post Rehash the Roll questions you have on her Discord if you so want. If you have access to that. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We will if you're interested in Dungeons and Dragons, I will be continuing to stream Baldur's Gate 3 on Friday and Saturday. So if you want to come watch that, hopefully I'll have had the Twitch integration figured out so it'll be more interactive. But yeah, so thanks for coming to watch, and we will talk with you all next time. Bye, guys.
See you guys.
See ya.
Ciao, ciao, ciao.